Go on, fam.
Please talk more. I'll try. I can't do it just by myself. Are we rolling?
Yeah, yeah. Hi.
Hello.
We're 5-year-olds.
No, the demographic is a lot older, and it's kind of scary, actually. Anyway, welcome to
MLP Season 6 review.
Yeah.
With Discord and Flutter.
Yeah, our personalities are just straight.
AKA Steve and Alex.
Yes, I'm Steve. She's Alex. We're going to review the Season 6 finale, which has not aired yet. So,
Spoiler!
Spoilers!
We're good, it's a spoiler!
Spoilers. It's
Spoiler,
aired,
bitch.
It's aired... Fluttershy. It's aired in the UK. It's online it's online, you can find it online, but it has not aired here yet. So spoilers. We've seen it. If you haven't, don't continue.
Yeah. Click off.
So the Season 6 finale.
Oh my god.
It was, first of all, let's start from the beginning.
Yeah.
Brief synopsis. The story is Starlight gets invited, courtesy of Derpy, bringing her letter in, which is very adorable. Courtesy of Derpy, Starlight gets a letter and gets invited back to her hometown. Not her hometown, but like the town.
That town that she ruled when she was evil.
Yeah, that town. They invite her back for a sunset festival, and she's a little worried about going, but she eventually does, and she takes Trixie with her, because Trixie's like her best friend.
Yeah, but she's a bitch.
She's Trixie.
Yeah.
So they go, and what ends up happening is they immediately try to put her back in charge,
and she doesn't like that.
It freaks her out.
Yeah, and then
it
she
really
runs away.
Yeah, and with help from Trixie, and they end up going back to Ponyville, but things aren't quite right in Ponyville.
Changeland.
Yeah, so it turns out the Changelings are back, and it's
bad.
They took the main six. They took the main six. They took Celestia, they took Luna, they took
Shining Armor,
Cadence, and Flurry Heart. And that really shows how fucking evil Chrysalis is.
Yeah.
You kidnap an innocent baby.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
So Starlight now has to form a band of misfits, which consist of Discord, which
Trixie,
is very happy. Trixie, of course, and Thorax. And I was really happy to see Discord again because we only saw him one other time in this season.
His fourth warp break was amazing.
Yes, it was. He was like, what a lovely band of characters we have here. I'm like, yeah, Discord, I love you. So, shut up. So, keep that in. The four of them. Well, first off, Discord doesn't really care until Starlight mentions that they kidnapped Twilight and her friends, and he's like, they took Fluttershy, and he's pissed. I'm like, yeah. So the four of them go to the Changeling homeland, which this is the first time we've ever seen the Changeling Hive.
Yeah.
And I love it. Like, it's really, really cool. I don't know if you guys have ever seen Lion King 2. This movie can go either way. You either love it or you hate it. I hate it. But there are a lot of things in this episode that reminded me of it, and that's not a bad thing. The Changeling Hive reminded me a lot of the outlands that the banished lions lived in Lion King 2. And I also really like just how the hive itself is constantly shifting and changing, like the changelings themselves. I thought that was really cool, and how like Thorax had to lead it because he's the only one who can navigate it, and even then he got lost.
Yeah, like, God damn it, Thorax.
Also, Thorax, we didn't mention this, but his wings are now different. They're more sparkly, showing that he's starting to change.
Yeah. He's a more loving change.
Yeah, which is really cool. I love Thorax. He's great. So the four of them go and to try and save the others. You can decide whether or not you want to edit that out. It's up to you. So the four of them go inside to save the others, and they end up getting separated because Discord distracts a couple of changelings, and he ends up running into a changeling disguised as Fluttershy, and he's like, this is so obviously a trap. But then there's like a million of them, and he's like, what if one of them's the real Fluttershy? And they were like crying, like, I'm the real Fluttershy. And I'm like, Discord! I feel so bad for him.
Yeah.
And then, of course, he gets captured, and then a changeling pretending to be Discord shows up, and it's so obviously not Discord.
Yeah. So then Trixie goes
Trixie
follows that.
Yeah, because
Discord.
Trixie's like, I'll hold him off so that he doesn't chase after you immediately.
Yeah.
And she gets captured. And
Then
then Starlight walks into the chamber room where the characters are being held, including Discord Trixie. And here's where we get to see Chrysalis for the first time, and not a projector, because we get to see her earlier in the projector. But like this is now we get to see Chrysalis, and I love her introduction.
yeah, the bone cracking and her head turning.
She comes out upside down from behind the cocoons, and like she turns her head and you hear her bones cracking. It's so fucking horror movie. I love it. And like her head does a complete like 180 turn. I'm like, oh god. It's so fucking disturbing. I love it so much. It's very unsettling. And like Chrysalis herself was just, they made her so much creepier than she was originally, and I love that so much. The changelings end up capturing Starlight, only to find out that it's not Starlight, but Thorax disguised as Starlight. Meanwhile, Starlight is trying to destroy Chrysalis' throne, that way they can use their magic again.
Yes.
And Chrysalis sees this and is pissed off, and she starts
Throwing.
for lack of a better word, beats the shit out of Starlight.
Yeah.
Like there's one scene where like she bites her by the tail and just throws her against a rock. I'm like, Jesus! She's like, she's
don't
done.
listen to Chrysalis.
She's done. And I'm like, damn. It's like, this is the angriest we've ever seen her.
Yeah.
And I thought it was so
eventually,
fucking cool.
Eventually, Starlight did defeat the other one. Because she told Thorax, like, oh, just give her your love, give her your love.
Yeah,
and
so
he did.
what's happening is like, Chrysalis begins to suck the love out of Thorax, which reminded me a lot of how T-Rex absorbed magic, and I love that. Because of him starting to change, because he embraced love, he's in shared love. Starlight's like, share your love, and he releases all of it, and it transforms him into the new changeling leader. And what he looks like is just so fucking cool.
Yeah.
Like I had no idea what he was gonna look like, but I was not expecting him to look so fucking majestic and awesome.
Yeah.
And his horns like forming like a crown and shit.
Yeah.
And like
so
all the other changelings do the same thing, and they all turn into slightly less cooler versions of Thorax, but they still look. They have to differentiate Thorax from the rest of the leader now. But like they just looked really, really cool. And you know, everyone is freed. It's all fine and dandy. But then Chrysalis comes out from underneath the rubble and like hisses, and Starlight's like, you don't have to do this. You can join us and share love.
And Chrysalis was like, fuck you guys, bye.
Like, I'm very, very glad they didn't reform Chrysalis.
Yeah. Because
like with characters like Starlight and Discord, it makes sense. Because like Starlight only wanted revenge, and Discord is just a dick.
Yeah.
But with Chrysalis, she's so rotten to the core that if they did reform her, it'd be awkward.
It would.
So I'm really glad they didn't reform her.
Yeah.
And she kind of like smacks away Starlight's hand and flies off, which reminded me again of Lion King 2 at the end when Zira's like on the cliff. In the actual movie, she just kind of falls off, but in the original script, she like knocks Kiara's hand away.
Yeah.
And is like, no, I'll never join you, and just drops off, and I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
And it kind of reminded me of that a little bit. I'm really glad they did not reform Chrysalis.
Yeah, she's one that
she should not be reformed. But she will seek revenge, and she flew off to go do that, and I'm hoping that she teams up with T-Rex. I'm really hoping for that.
Same.
So
Season 7 premiere finale.
I hope so.
Yeah.
So they end up saving everyone. Celestia talks to Thorax and is like, I hope that we will now form closer bonds with the Changing Empire as he's rebuilding it. Discord, Starlight, Trixie, and all the others, sans Thorax and the princesses, they go back to the town that Starlight was invited to, and you know, they're welcome and everything's all great and fine and dandy. It was just, and you know, that's the end of the finale. It was really good. It was a very good finale. I enjoyed it quite a lot. I don't like it as much as the season 4 finale. And maybe
But it was still pretty good.
not even the season 5 finale, but it was still really good. Like, if I had to rate this finale, it'd probably be like season 4 is my number 1 favorite finale.
Yeah.
Then 5. Then this. Then 2.
Yeah.
I really liked those finales, and yeah, they were all very good finales, and
They were.
This one ranked up pretty high. I liked it a lot. It was very good, very well thought out, very well written. There were a couple things I would have changed. Like I wish there was more interaction between Discord and Starlight, considering they're both reformed villains. I wish there was more of that. I also wish Thorax talked after he transformed, because I was hoping his voice would be like more mature.
Yeah,
but he didn't. He just kind of nodded, and I'm like, Thorax, say something, buddy.
Hopefully.
I'm also really upset that like Thorax didn't have any interaction with Spike after he was rescued. I'm like, that felt like a missed opportunity.
Yeah.
But as a whole, it was good. It was good. It was entertaining. And hey, we got to see Discord and Chrysalis again. Yeah. Which is fine by me.
Okay.
Anytime we get to see Discord is fine. And seeing Chrysalis again was great. And dear God, I cannot get over how fucking creepy she was. I loved that so much. Because I was not at all expecting that. And she just comes, it's so unsettling. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
I loved it. It was very good. It makes me very hyped for season 7 when that's confirmed, which we know it's going to be, because there's still a lot of unanswered questions.
Hasbro, be a bro. Be a bro.
Be a bro. There's a lot that has been unanswered yet, and I'm sure season 7 will cover that. And we're getting a movie next year too, so there's that too. So all in all, great finale. I really enjoyed it.
Yes.
So yeah.
Watch it.
Watch it when it comes out.
Yes.
And, I mean, unless you sat through this, in which case spoilers, but you know.
Spoilers, bitches.